With Amazon intending to have their fulfillment center open 24/7, our project provides a cost-effective solution, allowing subject matter experts to receive hands-on training while keeping the factory open continuously. Considering Amazon loses approximately $1 million per hour when a conveyor is not running, the training program minimizes repair times with better trained experts working in the warehouse. This ensures that the fulfillment center runs efficiently so that customers' packages arrive on time. Through virtual reality, our project provides the hands-on experience that an SME needs to repair the Intralox S4500 conveyor promptly and efficiently. The user is immersed into a reality in which they have access to a one-to-one representation of the asset. Our team had an open-ended task of finding the most optimal solution to training subject matter experts in mixed reality.
At the beginning of the project, we considered multiple formats such as augmented reality, virtual reality, and mixed reality. Ultimately, we chose virtual reality because it allowed us to teleport the user into any scenario with the asset instead of being bound to the physical world, as would be the case with mixed or augmented reality. After choosing VR, we had to decide which headset to use. The Oculus Quest 2 was an easy decision because of its standalone feature. This feature was important to us because it allows the SME to have free motion while training, and it reduces any safety risks associated with use. The most important thing was that the training can be provided without the need of a high-powered laptop or PC. We also added an off-the-shelf external battery pack to extend the battery life of the headset and decrease the frequency between charges. Another necessary component of our project was our team laptop. Game development for VR is very demanding in terms of processing and graphic power. So a high-end laptop was needed for this project. The main software programs we used for development of our project were Unity, Blender, and SolidWorks for 3D models. Blender allowed us to convert the CAD models to a proper Unity format. Unity was the main application used for development of our project because of the compatibility with our VR headset and its game development capabilities. Unity allows us to manipulate 3D models of the objects, making them come to life. We could take a static 3D model and give it properties that allow a subject matter expert to remove parts of the conveyor, manipulate the position of the conveyor, and put the conveyor in motion.
Our system has few requirements due to the unique nature of the project, as well as the loose structure and various ways to complete the project. Our 4 system requirements are as follows. We shall have a model of the S4500 conveyor in 1:1. We shall follow the Amazon Workplace Health and Safety Standards. We shall measure the parts of the asset within plus or minus 5% accuracy, and we shall have the ability to select the asset parts for detailed breakdown. To create a 1:1 model of the S4500 conveyor, we collaborated with the contractor to make SolidWorks assembly models. Using Autodesk Viewer, which was compatible with the format the drawings came in, we could make each individual part the same measurement as prescribed in the drawings of each model. Next, we opened them in Blender to convert the files into a format that Unity would accept. From there, we were able to confirm that the asset was scaled 1:1 by scaling with respect to a 1x1x1 meter cube in Unity. We were originally tasked with providing the driver module of the conveyor because it was the part of the assembly that typically requires the most repair. However, we were able to provide 1:1 models of the driver, divert, and throughput modules of the S4500 conveyor, which are the main components of the asset. To follow the Amazon Workplace Health and Safety Standards, we place the same signs that Amazon uses around the warehouse in our VR environment. This will give experts a reminder that while they can complete certain functions in VR, they should always remember the workplace health and safety standards when they are physically in the warehouse.
To obtain a measuring tool that works within 5% accuracy, we had to construct a GUID in Unity. Using pre-existing software packages, we were able to create a working measuring tool. With debugging, we could improve the script to improve the interface for users. For example, we changed the units of measurement so that it would be more realistic to what measurements the user will be making. In order to make sure we are measuring within 5% accuracy, we decided to measure multiple parts and see if they were within 5% of the measurement put in the drawing. We were able to find that all of our tested parts passed the requirement of 5% accuracy. This was our only system requirement that needed to be tested by analysis, and ensuring its success means that our user will accurately be able to find problems with the conveyor belts, sprockets, and wheels. Conveyor belts in a TUS2 warehouse suffer damage when the sprockets are misaligned. If a subject matter expert does not identify the issue with the sprocket alignment, then the teeth of the sprocket will dig into the conveyor, creating a large hole. As the hole gets bigger, the packages will have trouble getting to their proper destination. A subject matter expert properly measuring the distance between the sprockets will be able to find the issue. Furthermore, measuring the belt pitch is an important procedure to ensure the conveyor is running smoothly. With our measuring tool being accurate, the subject matter experts will have the opportunity to realistically practice finding the troubleshooting these issues.
We also observed that the select tool is functional and provides users with a detailed part breakdown. We created a tool that allows users to highlight a part and isolate it from the conveyor. This was done through the use of interactive raycasting. Once we could complete this, we could create an asset that is more interactable for the users. When a user is looking for a part to select, the part that the ray from the controller is aiming at will be highlighted in yellow. Then the user can decide to click the trigger on the controller to actually select the part. Once the part is selected, it will be removed from the asset and isolated in front of the user. The user can then read a detailed part description to understand more about that exact part. Additionally, the user can deconstruct and reconstruct the asset completely. This allows them to actually see what is inside of the conveyor, which not only provides a much deeper understanding to the subject matter expert, but can be done in an extremely safe manner. Oftentimes, subject matter experts don't even get to see a portion of the asset deconstructed in their first year's working. With our select feature, the amount of learning the SME can go through is made highly efficient just from deconstructing the conveyor. The conveyor asset has the capability of being raised and lowered, which will allow the user to see underneath the conveyor. Oftentimes, the asset has lots of debris that goes unchecked. Once debris piles up, it can lead to the conveyor being damaged, as well as packages being lost. Simulating this in virtual reality will allow employees to keep this in mind when doing daily inspections. We were also able to create scripts that allow for the shaft and the sprockets to be manipulated in ways that would be problematic for the conveyor. We were able to manipulate the axis of rotation for the sprocket and the alignment of the sprockets to show defects in the conveyor that subject matter experts will encounter. Our design also features multiplayer capabilities. This will allow two different users to have the opportunity to work together and communicate with one another. This feature will have a great application in the context of a manager walking through procedures with a newly hired employee. The multiplayer capability allows for group training as well, optimizing the time it would take for training sessions to be complete.
The following standards were used in ensuring a safe and well-maintained virtual reality project. With the design and development of our project, we have provided different tutorials for the user to complete, multiple features that replicate the skills the user will need to master on the job, and an efficient way for Amazon to expedite the repair times of their conveyor, ultimately leading to fulfilled customers.